Almost there. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to our first live here, our first group team live. So hope everybody's having an awesome Thursday night. Hello for everybody joining us. Everybody's waving. But welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us, like I said. We just wanted to come on tonight, and first of all, I wanted to talk about a giveaway. There's actually two of them, which is pretty awesome. So there is a chance to win a free bottle of CBD oil, and all you have to do is comment on this video and then just share it. So make sure that you comment so we know that you are sharing it. So if you want, you can just comment, share. That's perfectly fine with us. And like I said, you'll have a chance to win a free bottle of CBD oil. And the second way that you can win is if you give us your email address. That may be the way you comment. Give us your email address and we will actually enter you into a real drawing. Like, this is really legit, a real drawing to win $1,000. And you guys, I guarantee you that your chances are a lot higher with this than they are with just like playing the lottery. So anyway, please, like I said, drop your email address and we'll get you entered into the drawing for $1,000. And also we have that chance to win a free bottle of CBD oil. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a bunch of awesome people here with me, but first of all, we have Robin, and she is going to talk to you guys about what is CBD oil, what does it do? So Robin, if you can, just go ahead and take it over.
Sure. CBD stands for cannabidiol, and we actually have a system in our bodies called the endocannabinoid system, and we have receptors all over our bodies. They're in our skin, in our organs, in our brains, just all throughout our bodies. And the system, these CBD receptors need CBD. We actually produce a little bit of CBD in our bodies already. So it's kind of like a supplement, like, you know, vitamins or herbs or something like that would be. And our bodies need this. So it's not a drug. There's no high. People mistaken this for marijuana, things like that, but it is not the same thing. I always say it's kind of like comparing sugar and cocaine. They look the same, you know, they kind of come from similar plants, but they are not the same thing. So there's no high associated. So one thing a lot of people don't realize is that prior to the 1930s, farmers used to actually feed their animals hemp. So we would get CBD indirectly through our meat and our cheese and our eggs and our milk, not our eggs so much. And you know, back before the 1930s, people actually got CBD supplemented in their diet. And we don't see that today since they outlawed it because the people that be thought it was marijuana. It got a bad rap, but it isn't. So thank goodness with the Farm Bill of 2018, they're starting to get that straightened out and people are getting educated and learning that this is a really awesome medicinal plant and that there's no high, there are no psychogenic effects at all. And it's just got so many good things. Anything with a spine has an endocannabinoid system. So horses, dogs, cats, rabbits, you name it, they also can benefit from CBD. There's a couple different types of CBD. You may have heard of THC. THC is another type of a cannabinoid, as is CBD. And so you can actually get CBD that is what is called full spectrum, and that has everything in the plant, including the leaves, the stalks, the stems, all the different types of the plant, and it has hundreds of cannabinoids in it. For those that need to have drug testing for work or insurance purposes, you may need what is referred to as THC free, which is called an isolate, where they have only extracted one type of cannabinoid out. And I don't want to get too technical on you, but that is the one that it's kind of the plan B for people that need to be cautious about drug testing, because just like eating too many poppy seed muffins, if you take the full spectrum with the THC, it may show up as a positive on a drug test. It is completely legal. The federal legal limit is 3%, and our CBD has between 0.03 and 0.08%. So it's well below 1%. So it's completely legal by the federal limits. And even if you did have full spectrum, there's absolutely no risk of getting high or anything like that. So if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact one of us for further clarification. We also have a testimonial group, a private Facebook group, where one of us can add you to that group, where you can see whatever 70,000 other people are saying about this product. In addition, our CBD is completely organic. It is all natural. Don't fall for any of these crazy marketing schemes that you may see out there with other companies. All you need is what comes from the hemp plant, and that is hemp seed oil as a carrier and CBD. Completely all natural. It comes from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. And if you want flavoring, we have organic flavoring as well. So if you are interested, go ahead and comment below to get in on our drawing. Don't forget to click that share button. And did I leave anything out, Stacy, as far as people entering?
Nope, I think you got it. So yeah, just, you know, guys, share this video. Like I said, comment and share if you want. Comment with your email address and then share it, because you have two chances to win. You have a chance to win $1,000 just by putting your email address below. And then also you have a chance to comment on this video, share it out, and win a free bottle of CBD oil so you can see for yourself what we are talking about. So no, Robin, I think you did awesome. Thank you so much. And let's see, maybe Stacy. Stacy joined us. Yay. Hey, Stacy. Would you like to go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story? Are you muted? There you go. Can we hear you? Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. Tracy, do you want to go ahead and take over while we're figuring that out?
Hi guys, sure. I really wanted to just come on and share my story with everybody, and how great the products have been for myself, not only myself, but my family. Back a few years ago, we found out that Todd had the type 2 diabetes. They started him on all these different medicines. His blood sugars weren't going down. They kept going up. They finally told him he was going to end up on insulin. And I was like, oh, that's not happening. So we started vitamins. We started all kinds of, you know, better eating habits. We dropped foods off our list. Basically, just in search of something to make us all healthier. So in that process, I started seeing all of Stacy's videos and, you know, this great CBD oil. So I thought, well, you know, what's it going to hurt? So we tried it. Within 6 weeks, Todd's A1C went from 7.8 to 5.9. I was amazed. The doctors were amazed. He is still currently taking the medication. They just wanted him to hold that A1C for, you know, at least 6 months. So we go back next month, and I'm just praying they take him off at least one, if not both, of his medications. I'm very, very excited about that. Myself, I have degenerative disc disease, had surgery in November of 2017. By January, I knew I was going to need another surgery, and I was like, no, this isn't going to happen. So again, when we started the CBD oil, immediately I started noticing the difference in my pain in my back. You know, I was sleeping better. My hands weren't going numb. It was amazing. So lots of great things going on in my family. I will also admit to this too. By this time last year, I'd already taken my kids to the doctor. I've not had them to the doctor. I think their immune systems are boosted because of the CBD oil. This stuff is absolutely a godsend for us. And I love sharing it with everybody. I really do. I think this has been truly amazing. My daughter, Tori, she's got social anxiety and, couldn't talk to a stranger outside of our home, our family, our current, friends. And she's going to actually be in a school program at the end of March, and she actually has a speaking part. So excited. So, you guys, this stuff is absolutely amazing. Please get in touch with somebody, whether it's somebody on this live or just somebody in general. Our products, they're absolutely pure. They're, great for your body, and everybody needs to be on CBD oil. And also share your email and we'll get you into the $1,000 giveaway. You've got to give us your email though in order to get on there.
Awesome. 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 Thank you, Tracy. That's so awesome that your whole family has been able to benefit. That's a really cool story. And thank you for sharing it with us. So now I know that Mallory's still on here, and I see her down there. And she has an incredible story, you guys, too. I'll let her tell it. I don't even want to ruin it. So Mallory, take it over.
Okay. So my story, which is really it's just enveloped me with nothing but just gratitude towards God at this point, because, and the way that I look at this oil is he gave this to us as a natural medicinal plant that has so many features with it that now once you find out more information about it, you don't have to be reliant upon all of the drugs that I had to be on. 7.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with MS, and it was the relapsing remitting MS, which is a little bit different. There's different variations of the disease. And I had a very, very hard time with it in the beginning. And I would have numbness, tingling. I would fall a lot every winter. I'm very affected by the cold. So each winter I would be in the hospital anywhere from 3 to 4 times a year. It was absolutely crazy. I hated that my kids had to see me go through that. It was very traumatic watching their mom just, go down a slippery slope for months and months on end. And then we even made the drastic decision of, we were living in Northern Kentucky. We moved 800 miles south down here to Jacksonville, Florida, where we reside now, because my husband was able to get a job transfer there. And we thought, okay, if I'm in the warmer climate, then I'll be able to, acclimate more, and maybe it's just a whole weather thing. It wasn't. And even though we had, continued on, the path with it, I had been on, this disease modifying drug to another one and another one. There was only one out of all the disease modifying drugs that there are for MS. There was only one that I didn't go on because I wasn't compatible with it. But other than that, I tried them all, and it's absolutely exhausting. And I thought, okay, this is never going to get better. I had a cousin that died a couple years ago from MS complications. My uncle on my dad's side has MS. And so this is something I grew up watching people just go down a slippery slope where they just kept getting worse and worse and end up in wheelchairs. And I can get highly emotional about it. But it's just, so I had talked to Stace, who I've known for seems like forever now, and I love her. And I can't thank her enough, because she introduced me to this, where I knew that medicinal cannabis was good for you, for different variations of so many different symptoms and diseases. But she said, okay, but do you know more about the CBD aspect? And I had to be admitted, no, I didn't. And so she gave me more information. She put me in the group of what we keep referring to as our 70,000 people that we can read about, people who are just like us. And that really, when I seen people that were having the same symptoms as I was, and the same disease, and I think that really helps you relate and cope more effectively when you can see someone that's just like you, where maybe you don't struggle with migraines, but so you want to look at something with your own disease or with this or with that, and that really, it can narrow it down for you. So that was very convincing for me. So I had started this at the end of July, 1st of August of 2018, this past year. And by October, when I had my next MRI, I had my first clean MRI read for once in 7.5 years. I didn't have any new lesions, no more advancement in the disease. My doctor was absolutely floored. He came in, he goes, "What are you doing differently?" I'm telling him, and I'm like, sitting there bawling. I'm like bawling all the way home, trying to call my husband, like, "Oh my gosh, like, you're not going to believe this," and this and that and third, or whatever. But my doctor was so impressed with it. He goes, "If I could literally put you on an IV of this, I would in a heartbeat." He goes, "Because it's just done this much good for you." He goes, "It's done for you what, steroids and this and that and the third that you used to have to be on." I was able to get rid of 12 different medications, which to me is an absolute godsend, because that was 12 things that were a pharmaceutical blend of, it's not natural substances. So you have these different chemical compounds, and it's like, it would seem like one medicine would cause a side effect with another one and another one. And before you know it, you're up to 12, and that wasn't even including the DMD drug. But ever since then, I mean, I had so many symptoms of mine cleared up. I was able to go completely off 12 medications, and it's been regaining back my livelihood, and it's given me the confidence that I used to have before I knew that I had this disease. And it makes me just really happy anymore that I know that I have something positive to look forward to instead of a negative with everything. So I would encourage each and every one of you to reach out to any one of us. We are all very happy to add you to that group of 70,000 people. And we are always happy to speak to you in a private message if you don't want to do here. But you all should absolutely enter into what is, I think, better odds in the lottery or a scratch off, is that you can win $1,000 cash prize just by entering in only your email and your name. And hey, you have the better odds to win anything that you could go get out of a scratch off or a lottery ticket. And just put in your email address in there, and we'll all drop our links down below, and comment below if you have any questions, and any one of us will be happy to get back to you. But I think, Stacy, we're going to Miss Kara now. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Kara, if you want to go ahead and just take over from here, that would be awesome.
Hey everybody, can you hear me? I guess so. Okay. So my name is Kara Newton, and I'll just share a little bit about my story. It's been actually 8 months now that we started on CBD. Actually, my husband, because I did not do it at first. I was not a believer. I'd seen a lot of posts about CBD about a year ago, and just kind of just went past on it. And then finally, after seeing it more and more, my husband finally said something to me, because he was having knee pain. He'd been having knee pain for a really long time. But it was to the point, it was so bad. We were getting ready to go see some type of doctor to see about if he needed surgery or what he needed. We didn't know. All I knew is every single day he lived in excruciating pain with his knees. So he called me one day and said something to me about CBD, or sent me like something through Facebook. And I was like, oh, I've already been looking at that, just haven't pulled the trigger. And so, because how we see all these things on Facebook or I've seen on TV, and I've tried a few of them, and we just weren't really sure. So that day I went and I ordered it immediately. We tried 3 different brands before understanding really what we needed to be looking for in a CBD oil. So we actually wasted some money. We found out we had bought some that was like fractionated coconut oil. There was some with olive oil in them, just fillers and additives. And my husband, once we tried the HempWorks brand, my husband said that brand is the most powerful and it works really well. So I think we had tried 2 or 3 bottles by time we even decided to rep the company. But he's been pain-free in his knees for about 7 months. I don't even know if I've heard him complain in 7 months about his knees. Probably about, I think it was 3 or 4 months ago. Again, I hadn't tried the oil still. I was having a panic attack one morning. Of course, I'm a mom and working, and the house is a mess. Things are out of place, and they try to say I'm OCD, but I just like things in order. And I was literally getting ready to go to work, and I was like, why can't they just do this? And don't they see that this needs done, and the laundry basket's here and needs folded? Finally, I was like, I'm just going to try some of the CBD oil. And I didn't tell no one. I didn't tell my husband. I didn't tell anybody. And I just remember saying, I'm going to try this darn oil. That's what I told myself. So I tried it. Drove to work, and within about 20 minutes, I remember thinking to myself, wow, like I'm really calm. And, the day went on, didn't think anything else of it. I didn't take any more. I just knew that it helped that day. And then I was working out 5 days a week. Was having a lot of pain in my joints, probably because it's doing too many squats. And so I started taking it to help with that. Well, one day I'm sitting at the table and I went to get up and I was like, oh my gosh, my joints are hurting so bad. And my husband said, well, are you taking the CBD oil? And I was like, no, because I had stopped. I started taking it and stopped. And he said, well, that's the thing. You don't notice it sometimes you don't notice it if you're taking it, but the minute you go off of it, it's like, oh man, I need that bottle. Like, get it to me ASAP. And so that's why we decided to partner with the company, because I feel like it's given my husband his life back to not be in excruciating pain every day with his knees. For me, I had like really bad anxiety, used to be on medicine for it. I feel like my anxiety is next to none. And so people are like, how can an oil do that? And I'm like, I don't even know what it does, but all I know is you can take a product and build a successful business and not even really know everything about it, but it works. And we do have that product group. I reached out to Stacy and I was just like, don't give your hopes up. I'm not sure I'm going to be joining this company, but I'm really interested. It's really changed our lives. And she put me in this product group. And like you see 70,000 people that are having success with something. That many people can't be wrong. Usually you would get in a group if there was 500 talking about it. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to try this. There's like 70,000 people in it. I think it's like 71,000 now. So if you want to be a part of the group, whoever you're watching this video from, get with them, have them add you or invite you so you can take a look. You can actually, if you suffer from anxiety, you can type anxiety and you can read thousands of stories of people who have struggled and now are not struggling anymore. And so that's my story. It's changed our lives. A little bottle of oil, and it's a blessing to rep for the company that has changed our lives. So thanks for hopping on, and make sure you share this video and comment below shared to be entered in for a free bottle of oil. All right, Stacy.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That is so awesome. Everybody's stories just like light me up. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. It is true. It's just like, how does a little bottle of oil do that? And yeah, you don't even realize like what it does or whatever. You're just like, I don't know, but it helps me. So I'm going to keep taking it, and the more we do this, the more we learn. And it's just absolutely fascinating to me. About everything Robin talked about our endocannabinoid system and all that. So, which I know I wasn't familiar with any of that when I started this. I was just like, oh yeah, CBD oil. And then as I've learned, I'm like, this is incredible. So anyway, I know that Stacy, not me, we have another Stacy. She has popped back on, and I'm not sure if we can hear her or not, but I'm going to try this once again. Stacy.
Yeah.
She's here. All right. Yay. Take over. Thank you. Awesome.
So we were introduced to CBD in like July, maybe June. And we kind of were looking at it for my husband, who is a disabled veteran and has some injuries and some PTSD from his deployment. So that's kind of why we started looking into it. And the more I looked into it, the more I thought maybe it would be helpful for me or my kids. So I had Facebook stalked Stacy and talked with her for a while. And we started at the end of July, I believe. And I have a 4-year-old. He's going to be 5 in April. And we think he has something like ADHD. He's not been tested, but he does the same things that my older son does, who has been tested. So I thought, why not? Let's try it and see what happens. So we just started giving him just a little bit, 2 drops, and increased him up to 5. And I noticed a huge difference within the first day. So he can sit and play with his toys, or sit and color, or play with his Play-Doh, or whatever he can do, and he can actually sit and do it. He can go to sleep at night. That's a huge thing for him. Either he would fall asleep on the couch and then be awake super early or in numerous times in the night, or we couldn't get him to go to sleep. So he sleeps now, which is awesome, so that we can sleep. What else has it changed for him? It's like he's it makes him try harder. He knows that it just makes him, I can't think of the correct word, but makes him seem like he's proud of himself because he can do things that he couldn't before. And I started taking it because I have ADHD as well. I was diagnosed 2 years ago, actually, after my older son had already been diagnosed for a few years. And I also have some anxiety. So I thought I would try it and see what happened. It's helped me to feel more awake in the morning. I never want to get out of bed. And that's a huge thing for me, that it's been like I can get up and do something. It's also helped with, I used to get really bad cramps in my legs, like in the back of my calves, so bad. And I have not even had one since I started. I also randomly will get a super bad migraine where I don't know where I am or who people are. And those, I haven't had that. And I actually just got off my medication that I take for my ADHD. I got off that last week now. So I was very excited that the oil is kind of taking the place of that. So, and my husband does take it for his PTSD and his things like that. But he also gets migraines very bad where he had to have shots of Toradol. I'd have to like leave work and come home and give him shots. So that was the only thing that would make him better or make it go away. And I don't remember the last shot he's had. He takes the oil, puts it on his temples, and then rubs it across his forehead, lays down, and he's like, it's gone. It's crazy. So it can work for so many things, not just, you know, one thing or another. It's helped us in numerous ways, each one of us individually in a different way. So it's worth trying.
That's for sure. I mean, you know, people come to me like, well, how can it do all that? And it just does. I mean, like Robin said, again, it just works with our system and fires off to those receptors. So it's just that amazing. And Stacey, thank you so much. I know that you guys, this is actually, this is a first or second video for a couple people. And so we really appreciate you guys coming on and just listening to us, because we all have a story, and we know that there are so many people out there that are looking for answers, just like we were, you know. I mean, I was about to go to the doctor and have him increase my medication, and I don't have to do that anymore. And so, and I was just struggling so bad with having to do that and being okay with myself. Sorry, my dogs are in the background. But anyways, we definitely appreciate you guys being on. And one more time, I want to tell you that you have a chance to win $1,000. You guys, I'm not joking. I have to tell you guys this real quick. When we do things like this within our company, we are not joking. This $1,000 is not company wide though. This is actually just within our team. But the team did, or excuse me, the company did a giveaway once, and I actually did win that. And you guys, that was huge, 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 huge. So do not think that maybe, you know, there's no point in that. It's useless. I won't win. I mean, you guys, I can tell you, I can show you the check that was given to me. It was mailed to my house. It was insane, you guys. It was $5,000, and that was just given to me just because I did something. I literally shared a post and bought one product, and was able to win $5,000. And I still have trouble believing it. Yeah, it's completely crazy. So when we do something like this, we're not joking. We want to change people's lives. That is why we're here. We're not here. It gives me cold chills to this day. You know, I didn't get into this to make money. Yes, money is nice. We all love money. Who doesn't love money? But it's changing lives, you guys. I mean, look, I mean, there's 6 of us here right now that have shared our stories with you guys. And I guarantee you, you know, that it could help you guys too. Or if it doesn't help you, maybe somebody that you know, share this video with them. because somebody, we all have different things. We don't all share the same thing that's wrong with us. I don't say wrong with us like we're crazy, but you know what I mean. But share it with them if you know somebody that this would touch, because it's changed so many lives. And believe me, if you guys want to even be entered into that private Facebook group, you will not be sorry. For one, nobody bugs you. That was always a big thing for me. Like, am I going to be like in this Facebook group and somebody's going to like be messaging me every day? Absolutely not. These women here can all attest to that. Nobody bothers you. It is not like that at all. We just want you to get the information that you're looking for, and we want to be able to help you guys. So that's why we're here tonight. And we definitely appreciate you guys hopping on, and like the video, share the video, and we love you guys. Hopefully we are going to be set up to do this next week. So stay tuned. Talk to you guys sooner. God bless. Bye.